think. Yeah. So I don't have a personal win for the week, which is, I know, surprising to most people. But it was a very slow week, so I didn't have a lot going on. So I didn't really have much to do. I'm sorry for disappointing. Maybe next week I'll have a week. I'll nominate uh, Jose.
Anyway, hello everyone. It's me again, and for me also this week. Actually, this guy chose me because I have none. Actually, but let me say, I think I started reading a few things about Java, and really progressing well. I think that's my win this week. I would choose Abdul. Welcome on board.
Hi, I'm Abdul, and for my personal wins this week, I finalized the EF language that I was taking in this course that is being taken online. So I finalized it, and for the A2SV, the wins that I got are onboarded well, and even now I'm right on the code base. So I even raised 3 PRs for this week. Yeah, maybe am I going to get back to another one? Uh, Let me nominate Amikias.
Hi everyone. Uh, Actually, I don't have much, but I was this week I was learning new, technical stuff. I was learning specifically backing framework, fast API. So yeah, that's it. Yeah. So if you guys should I nominate? So I'll nominate Mohammed.
All right, guys. My personal win is that I have reached Friday. I'm so glad. Honestly, like this has been such a long week. To be honest, there's a lot that happened, and but on a serious note, I think my personal win this week is this is the first week of Ramadan. I've been enjoying the fasting. I've also I've been meeting my friends consistently. I'm pretending that since I've left my previous place, I've been pretending like I have don't eat anything. There's no food here and so on. So they're taking care of me for they they're taking care of me for food, and I'm really enjoying this. So yeah, that's my personal win this week, and I would nominate Nardos.
All right, I'll nominate for you, Mohammed. Um, maybe let's try remotely. Um, Galila, can you share us? Galila,
Yeah, I'm here.
all right, please share us
Everyone.
your wins.
I don't really have a win for this week, so I'm just gonna nominate King Boom.
Sure.
Well,
Okay,
actually,
thank you.
before Cambo, no, Gerilla. I want to make an intervention here because either the definition of win is not very well understood. I really would love to question that whether you didn't have any wins this week. I want you to think harder, please. It may be something you have learned recently. It may be something you have achieved. It may be a natural process that happens through time. There may be many reasons, many different ways that you can have a win. So please, I want you to think harder, Gerilla. Thank you.
Okay, all right. I was trying to learn Flutter, but it's been 2 weeks, so it's not a new thing. But I have. I was also trying to eat healthy. Yeah, that's all.
But I'm sure you made some progress though, right? Is it feeling still the same, or do you have now more Flutter knowledge and experience in comparison to 2 weeks before?
Yeah, I believe I have say I have like made some progress, and I did get some knowledge. Yeah.
So this is a beautiful win. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Campbell, please.
Gambon, you can continue with
Okay.
your personals.
Okay. Sorry, my PC was like it was frozen. So my win for this week. Uh, so I found someone who can beat me on chess, and he's Barnabas. I couldn't beat him. Like we played 10 games and or more than 10 games. So now I have a new goal to beat Barnabas on chess. So I think I would consider that as a win. It's been a while since someone beat me on chess, so that's a win for me. And for next, if Barnabas is here, I would like to nominate him. Oh, I think he left. He was in the meeting, but now. Oh, he's Barnabas. He just joined. I nominate him.
Waiting.
Barnabas,
Uh,
can you share us your personal wins, please? Aside from beating Gambon?
Oh, he's mentioning about the chess match. Okay.
Yes, you did.
Okay. I just joined in. Okay, okay. No worries. I think my personal wins would be my week was really great. Uh, I started class, and in our A2SV education, we have also started the main education. I know it's not personal related situation, but I'm happy. And I have also started my development journey in some tech stack, and that's also one of my personal win. And do I have another one? I think, yeah, these are my personal wins probably. If there are additional wins, they are going to be coming in the next 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, for the time being, this is it. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Barnabas, and thank you everyone who shared us their personal wins. We can move to the next part of our weekly wins, which is organizational updates, and it will be presented by Emre.
Nardos, can I start with personal wins?
Yeah, sure.
So for people who know that I'm a huge football fan, my favorite team is Galatasaray. And during the week, we had a historic win, guys. We have beaten Juventus 5-2 in the Champions League playoffs. So the game is still on. Like the second game is going to be played next week in Italy at Turin. But we have very different chance of proceeding after 5-2 win at home. So this was really great to watch. My favorite team playing really well, especially in the second half, having the score of 4-0, not allowing Juventus to come to our goal even once. So I wanted to mention about that. I wanted to start the beautiful sets of wins with this beautiful personal win team. All right, so also another personal win, but as you know, I'm going through the physical therapy now after the surgery. I can say that for the first week, my activity levels were good. So thanks God, nothing is looking problematic on the knee. So the pain levels are going down. Still, there is some pain. It comes and goes. It fluctuates, and I'm able to do my physical therapy moves. So I don't have many, 3 different basic moves regularly. So the recovery is going well. We were able to have project reviews, and I am very happy to see many of these projects at the current status that they have reached. At Project IMCI, the implementation has started for mobile, and Abigia is doing an excellent job. I was very impressed with what I have seen during the demo. It is going to look slick. It is going to help medical professionals do great job on utilizing WHO guidelines on integrated management, childhood and newborn illnesses. So there is already a guideline that is produced by WHO, and the team is digitalizing it for the benefit of medical professionals, and it's going really well. I don't know if Abigail is here, but kudos to Abigail. She did excellent job there. Also in the back end, there is Afomia. So since in the demonstrations, we see the mobile and front end people more often, but obviously, like any great mobile and front end, there needs to be a great back end. So Afomia, thank you very much for your efforts as well. And on the prepper end, likewise, things are looking quite well. So we had a successful call with our clients. They really like what we have built so far. On the web end, we have Solome. On the back end, we have Heyaman. And on the mobile, we have EOP. And progress is also going well. And Rate It. Well, Rate It together, team. Get ready. In the month of March, this is going to change our eating habits. Now we want to go eat outside our HQ. So we had a great demo from mobile. We still have some way to go. We are aware of it, and Ashenafi is there representing the team and making progress. So with team, we reviewed their PR. They had a very nice detailed PRD written. We discussed about some of the main use cases of the project and how we are utilize AI between machine interaction and some general features of the product. It was a very nice discussion. I was very happy. So Team Hakima review took place last week. I think by mistake I left it there. But that's another process. We are making very good progress. Next, on the grant applications end, so we made a successful application for SkillBridge. This is for £50,000, and around June, I believe, they are going to announce the winners. So it is going to take some time. So they took down the opportunity for some time, which caused a little bit of a communication gap among our team members. But we were able to finalize things right on time. Submission deadline at 6 p.m. East Africa time, and we finished things at 6 p.m. East Africa time. We didn't need 1 more minute, but if we started 1 minute late, we wouldn't be able to finish. So in the future, hopefully, we are going to do such things early. And Radiant Insurance Company, this is one of the partners that our PR team is creating communication channels in Rwanda. This is one of the largest insurance companies in Rwanda. And they are going to work with us to support our operation. And we are preparing a proposal. So this has come kudos to Cam and Brooke Melese for the feedback and putting things together in such a short notice. Next, we produced content for one of the A2SV decks. So we are preparing multiple decks, but the master deck is the most important one. And this is very nice. And also there are many tools online that are helping you to create interactive slides from the textual content. So one thing that I have discovered this time was flying level for slide creation. And it actually did a good job. The only downside is I had used all my credits to create one slides with one prompt. I didn't even have a chance to say, hey, could you please use a A2SV logo? All the free credit was gone. The free credit was gone with just one prompt. It did pretty good job. But of course, it was disappointing not to be able to modify what it created. But keep in mind, we're getting better and better building different stuff. And slides, you can think of slides kind of static web pages. So you can get slides created by some of those AI tools. I was quite impressed with what I have seen from Lovable. And when we take a look at the plans for the next week, physical therapy is going to continue. Next Thursday, I have my first checkup at the 2 weeks mark. We will continue making grant applications and expert third batch calls. So you are going to hear more updates from Mohammed. The team is working diligently to run the interviews. We have offline interviews and then online interviews, and then we make the confirmation calls with the experts. So those calls are going to take place over the weekend or by Monday latest. So as a big weekend in the South America countries, therefore, sorry, big holiday, big holiday. Therefore, they didn't have onboarding for the second batch, and we had a call with the clients. They are going to have the onboarding sessions for both batches next week. We will finalize the A2SV deck, A2SV decks, not just one of them. Different versions are going to be ready by next week. And we will continue writing proposals, continue the conversation, and bring them to fruition for the organizations that are brought to us by the PR team. Thank you very much for your time and energy. These are the updates and plans from the organizational end. If you have any questions or points, please feel free to bring them. If not, thank you.
All right. Thank you, Imre, for the updates on the organizational end. Next, we have Rwanda education updates, and it will be presented by Amir.
Thank you. This week our wins are, as usual, we prepared preparation for upcoming lectures. So we held the contest for both AUCA as well as UR. In AUCA side, we finalized the link list 2, and we gave more time for practice and pair programming. After that, we continue our lecture with stack queues and monotonicity, but it's not finalized yet. We'll finalize it by early next week. From UR side, we gave time and space complexity lecture, built-in functions and classes. Those lectures are already given, and practice sessions are being held. So for plans, so for the AUCA, we will finalize the stack queues and monotonicity, and we will also give the recursion 1 lecture. Both the contests for both classes will continue, and for UR, we will have the 7 steps of highly effective problem-solving experience sharing. Lecture will be given, then we will give array lists and matrices lecture. That's all.
Okay. Thank you, Amir, for the updates on Rwanda education. Next, we have fundraising updates, and this will be presented by Dr. Andre.
And good morning, everyone. Thankfully, we submitted the Dory grant yesterday, which we had been working on. And I'm going to skip down to the third bullet. I've identified the next bullet, and I think we're going to go for a big one here. I'm going to continue to check to make sure that we kind of meet all the qualifications, but the Michael and Susan Dell Foundation is a huge grant. And we've never gone for, since I've been here, that's this large. And I think one of the strategies that I would like to go forward is that we go for larger grants, but we spend more time because we've done a lot of smaller grants and we have not been awarded any of them to our knowledge yet. I think what happens is the smaller grants, many people apply for them. I think if we maybe take some time to apply for these much larger grants, which have much larger awards, but we put in a couple of weeks worth of time, this might yield better, different results for us. So that's one strategy I want to see if myself and the fundraising team can do. Let's go for these big grants. We're going to swing for the fences, as we say, and put a lot of time into it and make sure that our application stands out from all the other organizations. Because if it's just a grant that takes a couple of hours or an hour, I think there's literally thousands and thousands of organizations applying for those. So let's go for a big one next. I'll talk with the fundraising team about this soon, but I just identified this one yesterday. Moving back to the second bullet, I mentioned this a few weeks ago, but we're thinking about maybe doing online gala or an online webinar, possibly to take place in late March. It would involve some fundraising aspects where it could be like an auction or a raffle, but it's a very low cost for us, very low cost for us, but possibility to raise a little bit of money. So we'll talk more about that in the coming days and weeks. Last bullet, I have also continue to run just research on high net worth individuals that we can reach out to in companies. So I've shared this with the team, but this is an ongoing strategy for us, is to try to reach high net worth individuals who will support us from a philanthropic standpoint and will support us from just really a financial standpoint. So we have all these things going on this spring, and those are all of my immediate updates. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll share more information as I find out.
Thank you, Dr. Andre, for the updates on the fundraising end. Next, we have human resource updates, and it will be presented by David.
Hello everyone. This week we managed to finalize the rest so for international staff. Only left one of our staff, so he went there in person to check with the immigration. Hopefully by next week we're gonna secure his visa as well. So it's gonna be fully permitted visa. And next one, managed to update the in-person education squad. So you can expect remote as well as in-person education team. Expect your contract by next week. We could not manage to prepare the ground operation contract because they're not managed to send us their passport or ID card. Results that we could not do anything. To finalize the contract, there should be their personal passport number or ID number. So hopefully they're going to send us today or tomorrow. So next week we're going to work on that. And the plan for next week is going to be prepare for ground employees contracts if they manage to send their ID or passports, and follow up on the international staff worker permits. Hopefully they're gonna update their email and they're gonna receive our application. We're gonna manage that. The plan for next calendar one is conducting interview. Second batch the band escalates applicants. We're gonna manage to interview them. So we have a new member, Delight Gabrahana. I think I've seen her in the remote attendance. So I would like to congratulate her to join us. Delight. Sure. Deloitte. So welcome to the team.
All right. Again, welcome to the team, Edin, if you're hearing us. Okay. So thank you, David, for the updates on human resource. Next, we have finance updates, and it will be presented by David.
Hi everyone, I'm going to present you finance update for last week, for this week, and plans for the next week. So the first one is we continue sending reports, daily reports, financial daily reports for Rwanda expenses, and we had some ground operation, Ethiopia ground operation meeting with the team, and So the major, one of the major updates this week is we experienced some minor issues with salary transfers, especially with Ducasco P Bank. So with those people who have been using Ducasco P Bank. So when we transferring all the salaries to people, so people with Ducasco P account didn't receive their salaries because for some reason it could be updates from Ducasco P, their policy or something like that, but we didn't hear anything news from them regarding that. So when we made salary transfers, the salary didn't return in a way we transferred, but with with it returned back with 40 USD, like with lesser amount of 40 USD. So there was like 40 USD transfer fee when they return it. So we are trying to investigate the issue with Costco breaks to see if what is going around. And as soon as we resolve the issue, we are going to transfer the salaries for those people who didn't receive their salaries. So the next one is for those people without account at the moment, we requested for them to open USD account because currently we have like a bank that can give us USD account even with Ethiopian national ID. So if like I think anyone who is Ethiopian can have national ID, and I like made an announcement on Teams channel regarding that. Please make sure to check the announcement and follow the steps to open the bank account. And if you have any question regarding like in the process, you can reach out to me directly on Slack. The next one could be yeah, we're planning to process salaries for people who manage to open their USD account, and also maybe early next week we are planning to finalize all the salary payments and ground operations expenses for Ethiopia and Rwanda by next week. So plans for next week. So we are going to continue reporting financial updates for our team and for our seniors managers. The last one could be if I don't know whether I forget or not. Let me check one more time. So so until so regarding the thing I mentioned regarding the Ducascope account on the investigation, if you guys need your your salaries, like if you are in urgent need of your salaries, we can process your salaries and 40 USD less. So that doesn't mean that we're going to we're not going to uh, send your 40 USD when the issue resolves it. So if you want your salary urgently, we can process it with 40 USD lesser amount. And for that, you can just reach out to me if you want that way. That's it from finance side. If you have any question, please welcome. And this is the time to ask.
So, Dave, I want to make some clarifications here. Like BRICS actually noticed that the issue is on their end, but they still don't know why this happened, and they are not able to give a guarantee until they finish investigation that if we send it again, it's going to work. So, in that regard, us to hold on sending money to Dukas copy accounts at the moment until they figure out what is going on. So they will be sending us those cut $40 later. They have accepted that the issue is on their end. And what happened is since the remaining money has returned, we will be able to transfer you what we have in our account. That's why, like, what they continue to say is $40 is effective, but we don't have that money yet, so we cannot send you something we don't have. That's why we are waiting until they finish everything. But if you are in an urgent need, as Dave said, you can reach out to us through other means, through WISE or as part of ground operations. We can help you satisfy your urgent financial needs. So this is summarizing the situation. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dave.
Thank you very much, Emre. If if there is also another question, you can also accept and respond. If not, thank you for your attention. That's it from finance updates and plans for next week.
Okay. Thank you, Dave, for the updates on finance. Next, we have marketing updates, and I'll be presenting it. So to start from A2SV, we've posted the team video that highlights the diversity of our team and the BK Foundation visit. When we come to adults, we have posted the educational video and a quiz that is educational at the same time relatable. And when we come to escalate, we've managed to post a trending video that Mohammed featured. And then we're also working on the success story of Oliver that has been recently placed through Escalate. And when we come to AfroChat, we have posted one AfroChat post that's kind of interesting. For Akil, we've also promoted the volunteers needed for Skill Bridge job promotion for job opportunity on Akil, and then we have another post for about the career tips. And when we come to Dime, we're working on a reaction meme video, and then we're working on an interview with the PL. We're finalizing the reaction meme video, so we'll be posting it tomorrow, hopefully. And when we come to Rate It, we're working on a coming soon promotion video. So when we come to the plans for the for next week, when we start from A2SV, we have plans of preparing G6 project phase coverage. We've already prepared and finalized the content, and we're working on the design. We've also we're also working on the London Gala highlight video, and then we're gonna work on the success story featuring Ahmed, who is a high school student and currently head of education intern. When we come to Akil, we're going to post an Akil platform testimony video, and then we're going to brainstorm another content with the team, and then we're going to post another post for Akil. And when we come to adults, we're going to select a team member, and we're going to do a highlight on that team member, and then we're going to have another post about maternal health. It's going to be an educational carousel. And when we come to Dime, we'll be able to finish and finalize the video editing for the interview with the PL, and we'll be posting that. And for AfroChat, we're gonna promote a new feature. And for Rated, we're gonna have a quiz post and a relatable meme that raises the pain points for our audience related to food discovery, of course. And when we come to SkillBridge, we have a plan of having a brainstorming meeting with the team, and we're gonna work on that. And when we come to Escalate, we're gonna finalize the talent spotlight, and then we're gonna do another promo post. So that's it for the marketing updates. We can, if you guys have no questions, we can move to the next one, which is Ethiopian education updates, and it will be presented by Bernawas.
Okay, thank you, Nordi. When we start from our G7 first year education wins, the first win that we have is we were able to give our students a well-deserved break. They just finished their first camp phase, which lasted for 3 weeks, just last week. And because they finished this on Saturday, and because we started a little bit late, we wanted to start the education phase as soon as possible. Because of that, we gave them a total of 3 days break, but starting from Monday, it's going to be 2. So we give them around 2 or 3 days break. And after that, we officially started the main education phase on Wednesday. So before starting the main education phase, there were some important things that we needed to handle. The first one was we released a Camp 1 feedback form for our students to give us some feedbacks, suggestions, or improvement that we need to do in our camp, and also to tell us some strong points that we are able to demonstrate that we should keep doing in the next education phase or possibly in upcoming camps too. And separate feedback forms were prepared because some of the schools have a little bit different situations than the others. For example, for AAU, it's going to be remote education. So because of that, we made some adjustment for the feedback form. But in this week, we will be able to finalize the feedback form, analyze the data, and also integrate it with heads feedback to come up with a great way to look at our camp and look at some of the things that we did great and also some of the things that we need to improve on. So our retrospective meeting and analysis is going to be happening tomorrow on Saturday. And after that, on Wednesday, when our students returned from their break, we started our main education phase by giving sorting one lecture or sorting part one lecture, which is the basic sorting lecture that our students are going to be taking in this education phase. After some amount of time, they are going to be transitioning to the advanced one. But in this one, they were introduced to sorting algorithms like Babel sort, insertion sort, counting sort, etc. The sessions were quite successful and nice. Our students were really engaged in. They were getting every support and every need is met by our heads of education. And on Thursday and Friday, there were practice sessions and pair programming sessions with our students. And they were able to get every need of help that they needed. And the other important thing that I want to mention regarding this is we started Ramadan compensation session for our Muslim students because they are not able to participate in our sessions from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. We decided to come up with another schedule separately for them. For most of the school, it starts around 3 p.m. or 2:30 p.m. And after that, it's going to last for 3 hours. And they are going to be they have been assigned heads of education that are going to be giving them lectures and the assistance they need. So this is the update that we have from G7 first year education side. When we come to G6 secondary education, the first one is for our fourth round of internal interview candidates. Emails were sent to indicate whether they passed or failed. And after that, for our fifth round of internal interview, we prepared a contest and our candidates has participated. And the next step is going to be filtering that in, figuring the people that are going to be proceeding to the next step, which is the interview. And while we are doing that, we also divided our students among the projects that we have and the tracks that we have. And this was also successfully completed. And also, just like we did for our first year education, we also prepared a compensation session for our Muslim students where they are going to be joining their sessions in a more convenient time. And they're also going to be getting the support they need completely. Okay, moving to the plans that we have for next week from a G7 first education side. The first one is going to be delivering lectures. On Monday, we are going to be giving 2-pointers lecture. And on Tuesday and Wednesday, there are going to be practice sessions and pair programming session for our students because this is some of the fundamental concepts that they need to know. The practice sessions are going to be long and focusing on some existing education sections that are created in code forces. And after that, on Thursday, sliding window lecture is also going to be given. And for sliding window lecture, both practice sessions and pair programming session are going to be happening. And one important new thing that we are going to be starting next week is how to approach session. And the reason for that is because these lectures are relatively speaking a little bit harder. From now on, they are going to be a bit advanced. Our students need to know how they can approach some important algorithms, techniques, and problems that are going to be frequently asked in interviews or in some competitive programming platforms. And we are going to be officially and formally starting that session starting from next week. And also, we are also going to be continuing with our Ramadan compensation session, which we are going to be giving for our Muslim students. And when we go to secondary education updates plans, the first plan that we have is to design the logos for the selected projects, one from AAU and one from AS2 and two from Adam AS2. And also we will start preparing PRD for these projects. And finally, we will also conduct the fifth round of internal interview for the candidates who were able to successfully pass the filtering process of the past week contest. So this is the updates and plans that we have from Ethiopia in-person education side. If you have any question or points that you want to raise, feel free to raise the hand. I will be answering. Thank you.
Okay. If there are no questions, thank you, Barnabas, for the updates on Ethiopian education. Next, we have remote education updates, and this will be presented by Nahum.
Okay, thank you, Natos. So I will be providing updates and plans for both G6 and G7 remote education. So let me get started from the G6 side. So they have been working on Figma design delivery, all the teams, and we managed to review their designs. So both like in-house reviews, and we also managed to review with Emre. So feedbacks have been collected, and for next week they will be working on improving the current design that they have. And then when we come to internal interviews, we managed to conduct internal interviews for around 5 students. These were the people that managed to pass the internal interview contest the weeks before. So these are updates related with G6. When we come to G7 updates, we have been preparing for first education phase, which is going to be starting next week. So this week was a break for our students from the onboarding phase. So some of the preparation that we were making included lecture assignments that for the lecture that are going to be given for the first education phase. The lecture squad took their time to make sure that we considered all the metrics before assigning this contest, like the interests of the lecturers, and the different group that are involved, the group sizes, to make sure that the assignments are as fair as possible. And honestly, it looked great. And then we also prepared weekly session plans for the entire first education phase. Apart from that, kickoff slides are currently being prepared for our next week's kickoff. So those are some updates regarding preparation for first education phase. On another note, we on tasks related with optimizing our tracking flows. Our master tracker sheet is currently looking really great. Of course, there are some customization that we're still planning to include, but at its current state, it's providing us with all the necessary data that we need. And when we come to the Chrome extension, the Chrome extension is looking really great as well. It's completely usable as we speak now. The only new update that we expect on this end is we're probably going to be update the way our backend is deployed. Work is currently underway, but even on its current state, it is ready to be used for the first education phase next week. And then a group restructuring for Ramadan. We didn't have to do lots of work here. We already had set up 4 p.m. and 9 p.m. sessions, and our students that would be affected by Ramadan, they already picked those preferences during onboarding, and we have moved them to their respective time slots. So this has been done, and then weekly contests has happened like last Saturday for both G6 and G7 as planned. So these are the wins for both G6 and G7. When we come to our plans, based on the feedbacks that they have received on the Figma designs, they will make sure to update it, all the teams, their Figma designs. And we will be running next round of internal interview contest. It's going to be the second round of internal interview contest for the students that are eligible. And we'll be kicking off our first education phase next week as planned. And of course, the necessary lectures is going to be sorting one lecture that's going to be delivered on Tuesday. That will be made, and then the weekly contest will be held as planned as well. So those are the wins and the plan for both G6 and G7. If there are any questions, please feel free.
Nahum, I have one question. After the restructuring, how many people, actually after finishing onboarding phase, how many students we have on remote education?
158, maybe 59, but it's 158 or 59, yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay. Thank you, Nahum, for the updates on remote education. Next, we have core dev updates, and the first core dev is rated, and it will be presented by Roger.
Thank you, guys, for the team. This week we have successfully managed to register over 100 restaurants. We have also had a successful mobile review session with Emery, and we have addressed review comments on Business Web, finalized addressing review comments on landing page. We increased test coverage by 5% on the web. We have also implemented multiple image upload on restaurant onboarding feature. For the plans for the next week, we plan to address review comments on the mobile. We plan to continue injecting more restaurants, and also want to continue addressing comments from last week's session on Business Web. We want to re-implement the restaurant registration on the web. Also, we will plan to increase the test coverage on the web as well as on the backend side. We also plan to update the rated pitch deck. Thank you. Sorry. Okay. So let me go over through it quickly. So for this week, we have managed to register more than 100 restaurants. We've also had a successful mobile review session with Emily. We have also addressed review comments on the business web. We finalized addressing review comments on the landing page. We increased test coverage by 5% on the web. Also implemented multiple image upload on restaurant onboarding feature. And for the plans for the next week, we plan to address review comments on the mobile. We plan to continue injecting more restaurants to the database, and also continue addressing more comments from last review session on the business web. We plan to re-implement the restaurant registration on the web, and also increase the test coverage on the web and as well as on the backend. We also update the rated pitch deck. That's it.
Okay. Thank you, Roger, for the updates on rated. Next, we have adult updates, and it will be presented by Mulugeta.
Thank you, Nardos. Hi, my name is Mulgeta. I am a backend developer at Adot. For our weekly wins at Adot, we have posted our first educational video and a quiz. We have initiated business development meetings, and we have increased our test coverages across all the projects from the mobile side from 56% to 58%, from the backend side from 66 to 69. From the website, it is still 62, but there was a lot of tests that was failing. We have managed to fix the failing tests, and we have updated the privacy and policy of the mother app, and we have released the mother app to the Play Store. It is currently on review. And we have integrated Redis caching for performance enhancement. We have implemented insight dynamism from the admin side. the insight creation endpoint was feature was implemented before, but the translations was not integrated. So what we did is the admin will insert the insight in English and the backend will translate it to the other languages that we have in our app, and the admin will review and create the insight. And next, we have integrated the custom emergency contact section feature.
Oh, okay, Mulgita, you're breaking up, I guess.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Now we can.
I was interrupted. Where did I
You can continue,
lose
yeah.
the Okay, so we have started applying for 20 finished, but it's not submitted. These are the wins from this week. As a plan, we are planning for deep medical review on started, but not finished yet. We will finalize it by next week. We will continue working on the Google Accelerator Program application. This feature, we have done the user story and the design, and it will be implemented next week. We are going to continue with the regular social media posts. And next week, we are going to implement deep translation for our chatbot. Currently, it is working only in English. So we are going to deep translations for our other languages. To update sign up, we are going to add some informations about the mother, like the address, marital status, and we are going to update some other currently existing fields in the onboarding. Next, we are going to work on the test coverages. We are planning to increase our working on that. So these are the wins and plan outside. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mulugeta, for the updates on Adult. Next, we have AfroChat, and the updates will be presented by Mentasinot.
Okay. Hi everyone. So I'll be presenting you our our wins and plans for the next week. So the first win we have for this week is we implemented a code executor tool for mobile. So this is one of the tool package we were trying to implement in our application. So we successfully completed for two programming languages. So this is one of our wins for this week. The second one is we fixed the issue with cloud model. So recently we had some issue with cloud model. So we are able to fix the issue. The next one is we updated the discovery tool routing for each tool. So there are some tools we are trying to implement in our application. So we updated the discovery routing for the tools we are able to complete. The next one is we increased the test coverage, uh, especially for the backend and for the mobile. We were working to increase the test coverage. So this is uh, one of the wins we have for this week. The next one is we deployed the application to to App Store and Play Store. So these are the new features that are included in our recent publishment. So the first one is code executor, URL scraper, output structure, and we have also fix. So these are the changes or the new features which are included in our recent version. The next one is we implemented the tools page according to the Figma. So this is for the web. We are also able to implement some of the tools page. So yeah, these are the wins for this week. The next are the ongoing tasks. So uh, we didn't manage to integrate the latest AI models. So we had a plan to add some new models, and we are not able to complete that. The second one is deploying the web, and the next one is uh, integrating a new local models from Hugging Face. So there are some tools we are trying to work by integrating some models from like some models locally. So this is one of the ongoing tasks from this week. So moving on to the plans. Uh, so we have a plan, like we are planned to publish a social media post. Uh, the next one is which is like the ongoing task from the past week. So we have planned to search and integrate new models locally specifically for the tools we are working on. The next one is integrating tools for mobile. uh, so there are some remaining tools we are working on. So we are also planned to integrate the rest of the tools for mobile, and also for the web. The next one is integrating latest AI models. So this is one of the plans for the next week. The next one is deploying the web and deploying the application, the mobile app to App Store and Play Store. Yeah, these are our wins and plans for this week. If you have any question, you're welcome. If not, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mente, for the updates on AfroChat. Next, we have updates on Dime, and this will be presented by Bookcase.
Okay, am I done?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so for this week for Dime, for the wins, first we successfully migrated to the exchange rate API, and it's currently have the real and the live one, which we used to have from the database. Now it's the real. And the second one is we improved the test coverage across all the layers of the system on the backend, um, web, and the mobile, while for the web the test coverage increased by 8%, while for mobile it improved by 6%. Additionally, we have UI enhancement on the mobile notification screen was refined to improve clarity and usability. And the next, the research was conducted to gather and design inspiration and best practices for the upcoming admin dashboard. And also we reset up the project structure, which used to be have been done but have been forgotten for some a bit of time, and have been restructured again in order to be more productive. We also began on integrating FDI payment API to our payments flow. So for the plan, we'll implement the required API for the admin dashboard and ensure they are thoroughly tested. We also is going to the research phase will move to executed. Will move into execution by design wireframe and reusable UI components. And also for the web on the exchange rate screen, we will refine its flow into the transaction success page to improve its clarity and responsiveness. We'll also continue on enhancing the disk coverage for all backend mobile and the web. We'll conduct a professional video shot to support the product management and the demo materials, and also we'll continue working on the FDI payment API integration. And at the last, we'll have a review session with Emre for Dime web and the mobile app. Um, yeah, if you have any question, you can continue.
Okay. Thank you, Bilkis, for the updates on Dime. Next, we have Akil, and the updates will be presented by Naul.
Okay. Hello, team. So I'm going to present Akil's weekly wins in the plans for this week. So let me start from Akil's weekly wins. So this week we've implemented an AI cover letter assistant that assists users in crafting personalized cover letters. This was done from the web. And I guess we've also improved and re-implemented organizations edits and registration components page based on our new backend and design styles that we're discussing in the past few weeks. Next, we've wrapped up a resume builder feature that will help users in creating standard resumes that pass through application tracking system. And there was some UI improvements to navigation bars for talent organization and admin, along with confirmation dialog modal and about its components. This was done from web. And we've also fixed some errors related to deleting opportunities and inviting organization representative. And this was done for both web and backend. And we've also applied for TAFE mentorship program, and it's still ongoing. As usual, we've also posted and promoted new job opportunities. From mobile side, I have implemented the feature that filters job opportunities by country, work type fields, and IP filtering. Our plans for the next week would be re-implementing organization representatives management section with newly updated workflow and the UI. And I'm going to have a meeting with Emery to discuss about Akil's progress. Then we're also going to set up GitHub project management and agile workflow for tracking Akil's code bases. And for the next, I'm going to finish up the implementation of new job application portal for applicants. And we're going to implement the feature called applicant announcement feature to enable organizations to modify applicants. And we will update next phase version for web application, and we're going to convert some components to server-side rendering. And as usual, we will post and promote new job opportunities. And if there are any new latest versions, we will deploy to all three platforms. If you have questions, the stage is yours.
If there are no questions, thank you, Naul. Now all for the updates. Next we have Escalate, and it will be presented by Mohammed.
Okay, so hello everyone. This is Mohammed presenting for Escalate. So for the oh, good. Okay, so for the wins this week, we've added some backend security enhancements. We've added some validations, and we've also secured some endpoints which were exposed. Concurrently, we've been adding documentation using Swagger for our APIs. That started last week, so we're still in the process right now. I think we've done a good amount. So next up, we've increased our web test coverage by 6.6%. We created an automated grader for batch 3 assignments, and using that grader, we have graded the assignments for batch 3, and we've interviewed batch 3 best performers. I think we've have around 80% of the interviews done, and the rest will be done after the weekly wins. So we're currently working on finalizing batch 3, hopefully by tonight. So those are the wins at Escalate. For the plans, we want to implement the mobile app client designs, and we want to keep increasing our test coverage on all platforms. We plan on making some database optimizations, and the experts batch 2 onboarding. So the onboarding was supposed to happen last week, but up until now we haven't heard some news. So we've moved that to next week. So that's it on Escalate side. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. If not, we can move on. Thank you.
Mohammed,
Okay.
so about onboarding, since this week was a big holiday in South American countries, that's why they didn't have the onboarding session. And they notified me that the next onboarding session is going to take place from Wednesday to Friday next week. Thank you.
All right, great. That's amazing. Thank you for the update.
Okay. Thank you, Mohammed, for the updates on Escalate. Next, we have Skill Bridge updates, and it will be presented by Julius. Okay, or Joseph.
Nargis, by the way, we don't see the stage at the moment.
Yes, the battery is dead. Let me replace it with another phone. That's why.
Oh, got you. Thank you.
So, okay, I'm going to present the weekly wins and the plans. And for this week, we had the interview with the mobile interns. Actually, we are hiring for a mobile intern, and we managed to do the interview, to interview them. And also we did agile development workshop. We started the agile. We are trying to start using agile development. So we had to do some workshops so that we at least get something and how it will benefit the team. Also, we continue the quality and the control insurance procedures for the mobile and the web. And also we also on board our new mobile dev hire. We just hired a new mobile dev, and then we're doing the onboarding. Yeah, we have integrated courses, custom contests, and weekly contests from website actually. And also we having review, documentation, and the refactoring of quiz exams, notification modules on the backend. I think next week we'll have to plan for the student portal, and then we start integrating them. We also did the refactoring of the network layer, API clients on mobile sites, and then we also did the updates of the responsiveness of small devices of mobile. And I'm gonna ship on the plans. Next week we'll continue the endpoint integration for learning path of web. We also do the app API client migration on the mobile. We do the testing, the mobile app for authentication, learning path, and custom contests. We also proceed with the new mobile intern hire. Probably maybe they get onboarded next week if they find one. Back to documentation, we will think we do Swagger documentation, Postman documentation of chatbots, exam endpoints related to AI integration, user referrals, and add friends on social parts of the app. We also continue with the staging deployment, migrating to agile methodology, and then we also continue with the student web internal portal tests, user perspective. Yeah, that's it for us.
Okay, thank you, Josue, for the updates on SkillReach. Next, we have updates on PrePro, and it will be presented by Ayub.
Okay, so this is a job mobile developer from PrePro. This week we were working on implementing settings, profiling the security page UI on the mobile side. And also there was integration tasks for the tags endpoint, which is used for task creation. So that was also being integrated. Another thing that happened this week was we conducted a product review meeting and get some constructive feedback on the product. For the web as well, there was integration tasks this week, and tasks in classes in the points were being integrated. So for the backend, there was some updates on the already implemented endpoints. There was some refactoring, and that was done. And for the plans for next week, we are going to mainly work on the comments we get during the product review. Also, for the mobile, we are going to integrate the subjects in year group endpoints, and also the lesson addition wave flow will be improved according to the comments we get during the product review. So that's it for pre-pro. If you have any questions.
Okay, thank you, Ayub, for the updates on PrePro. Next, we have IMCI, and it will be presented by Abigail.
Hello, everyone. So this week's wins were we conducted a progress review on our product, and we enhanced the patient history to capture additional information. We integrated the follow-up screen with the backend, and on the backend, we updated the patient records and patient history API. We also updated the follow-up page and child tree. So on the next week's plans, we're going to be integrating and testing the updated assessment trees. We're going to integrate the monthly records API with the screen. And we're going to test the young infant assessment integration on the backend and work on the remaining features on the backend. That was it from our side. If you guys have any questions, please continue. Thank you.
Thank you, Abigail, for the updates on IMCI. Next, we have Hakim Hub, and it will be presented by Dagen.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Dagen Chernets, and for Hakim Hub insane plans. Let me start from our wins. The first one is the admin dashboard UI UX design. It's completed in the admin dashboard web implementation. Also, doctor registration UI for both web and mobile is completed, and the admin part for backend is in progress. So, for our plans, we are planning to fix there is an API for doctors. We are planning to fix that, and also finishing the admin part on the backend. Also, the admin pages API integration for the web, and integrating the doctor registration for web and mobile. So, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Dagu, for the updates. Next, we have the last one, which is Bazaar, and it will be presented by Ashanafi.
Okay, thank you, Nordi. I'm Ashanaf. I will present this week wins and next week plan for the Bazaar products. I will start from the wins. For the wins this week, we had actually review session with Emery about the PRD. It was great review session. The other one is from the backend. We finalized the OTP endpoints. And from the UX team, we are continuing refining and updating the UX designs. And some parts actually finished, and the other it will be finalized by next week. And we still have actually prepared slogan and domain name for Bazaar products. For the plan, we have a plan to prepare a Bazaar MVP, and we have a plan to start a session future endpoints implementation, and we have a plan to finalize the UX design improvements for the next week, and we have a plan to finalize the slogan in the domain name. And thank you. If you have any question, please.
Okay. Thank you, Ashanafi, for the updates on Bazaar. Now we're on the final part of our meeting. Conclusive remarks and cut of the day will be given by Dr. Andre.
Yes, everyone, thank you. Our quote of the day or quote of the week is champions are not made in gyms. Champions are made from something they have deep inside them, a desire, a dream, a vision. This quote was by the great Muhammad Ali, one of the most studied people in history, not just sports history, but in all of history. So as you know, he was a champion, and mostly because not just because of his physical strength and attributes, but because of his mental strength and attributes. And his quote here is referring to the fact that when you plan ahead, when you have a dream and a vision, then you can execute in a way that makes you a winner, in a way that makes you a champion. So my encouragement to you is to begin thinking of ideas, ideate what you want to do. What are your goals? What are your goals for the year? What are your goals for the next few months? And once you start to really focus on what that is, then they will begin to manifest through your actions. So be sure to set a pathway for yourself. Be sure to set goals, because winning doesn't just happen when you wake up in the morning. It doesn't happen by accident. It doesn't happen at the last minute. It takes place because you prepared, because you set yourself a goal. If you have a vision board, or if you have just in notes on your phone that you can make, or just write down your goals somewhere. You want to accomplish this in the next few months, or in 2026, you want to accomplish this. Write that down and look at it. Sometimes I write on a notepad and stick it on the mirror so that I look at it every day. It helps. You would be surprised how much you'll work harder because you get up and you look at your goals every day. That's how you'll be a champion. My encouragement to you is figure out not only your goals, but your pathways to success. And I promise you, every day you'll work harder and harder toward that. I believe in all of you, and I know the rest of the team does too. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Dr. Andre. And thank you everyone for joining. Have a good weekend.